should parents be charging their kids rent? And before y'all come tussling in the comments, please understand that my perspective on this comes from not just being a parent, but also as a financial counselor who does something called the Building Blocks Initiative. So I meet with college-bound teenagers and their parents, and we talk about their financial future, what their goals are, and we try to create a plan for them to get through their first semester of college, and maybe beyond if it's successful. It usually starts with a teenager getting a job in high school. Part-time job, so they're getting a little part-time job money. And then a parent will say, yo, can you give me a couple dollars to put on the light bill? Or can you give me a couple dollars towards the rent? Or can you put a couple dollars towards the groceries? And at first, it feels good to contribute. It feels good to feel responsible. You feel like I'm doing this for my family, right? You're even proud a little bit. But the problem is nobody ever sits down to redraw what those lines should look like after that first contribution or the second contribution or the third. So as prices go up and household income does not, it goes from thank you for contributing to we need your money. Or if you cut your hours, how are we supposed to pay this bill? Or how are we supposed to do that? Now, the teenager isn't just contributing anymore. Now they're strategizing. Okay, so if I drop this club, then I can take more hours at work and I can bring in more money and I can give my dad this money and I can keep this money to do this with. Like, you get where I'm going with this? And to be honest, it doesn't even just stop at kids with jobs. Let's look at this whole NIL money and how it's starting to trickle down to high school. We are very literally seeing children who are killing themselves playing sports that they don't even like anymore because they feel as though this is their parents' only way to survive. Like, this is the only way that I have to contribute to my household and I have to do it for them because they've sacrificed so much for me. If I can just get this scholarship, if I can just get this NIL bag, then I'm gonna take care of my family and everything will be okay. They're playing through injuries, staying in programs that they no longer have a passion for just so that their family can survive. And it's still the same story, whether it's a check from Chick-fil-A or if it's a check with your jersey attached to it. The child has now turned into the plan. And when your kid believes that their body or their paycheck is the only way for the family to survive, that's not a character building lesson on financial responsibility. That is a child carrying grown people's problems on their back. So when people ask me as the money plug, like, oh, well, should parents charge kids rent? It depends on what job you're giving that rent. If your child is contributing in a way that fits their age and their income, and they still know, like, you know, my value to this household is not in a scholarship, is not in the money that I'm bringing in, okay, cool. That can be a tool. That can be financial education. But that's not what I'm seeing in a lot of these sessions. I am seeing kids who have been slowly, methodically, and quietly turned into the financial safety net. So no, the problem is not should kids contribute. The problem is when rent or helping with the bills turns into the main financial plan. And that's what I call financial parentification. So what do you think? Do you think parents should be charging their kids rent? Let me know in the comments, but also these are the kind of conversations we're gonna be having at the financial literacy workshops I'm doing at the Gallery About Nothing in Baltimore next month. So make sure you check out the link in my bio so you can grab a ticket.